Yeah. Oh yeah. No, except for AMD. AMD was getting killed.
Yeah, the chip makers, AMD, and we're live. We're live. We're streaming live. This is another edition of Talking Stocks. Spike and I were just talking about Nvidia and AMD, saying they're both flying high in the sky. Welcome to on this terrific fall Tuesday in New York City and in Long Island, New York, wherever you are. Hopefully the weather's great. Weather's great here. Stock market is another story. It's allowed to have
exactly.
It's allowed to have one bad day, right? I don't even know what the averages are.
Only one?
Well, an occasional bad day. Jiggly joined us. The All Points Bulletin must have worked.
Yeah. Well,
Jiggly, we have to put out an All Points Bulletin on you. Let's see. Let's see.
It's for vacation. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo winters are harsh, but it's only November. What are you worried about winter?
Spoon is with us. Dr. J, I'm going to put this on. There's such a nice thing he's saying about us. Most people, don't say these kinds of nice things. It's nice to see it. Dr. J, thank you for the effort you guys put in each week. It's great to get another insight. And we love to get insight from our viewers. So it's a two-sided coin, or it's a two-edged sword, or any of those
reciprocity,
any of those
symbiosis,
any of those metaphors you can think of. Happy Tuesday, says
we got a some sort of spammer over here telling us about the best girls in the world.
Oh, really? That's not good.
No.
Linda says, happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday to Grandma with the quads.
Yep. Yeah, so skip over all the ones about getting over white girls and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to talk about that, no. Why are they using our show? We don't have pre-verts on our show. Do we have pre-verts?
No. Do we have? Well, what did they call us? We were called the Pervfessors once. Which I sort of appreciated.
Yeah. Well, Jiggly is here. Jiggly, we missed you. When you're not here, it's like the show isn't the same. It's not the same without Jiggly. I don't know what it is. Jiggly's got that personality that shines right through.
He makes it a show about people instead of a show about money.
Yes.
Boy, this is bad today.
Time to buy.
This webcam business. Whoever's doing this, whatever robot's got us. Is there a way of dropping that, Dr. J? Can you?
I don't even see it on my screen.
You really don't?
No. It's only on the YouTube screen. StreamYard must filter it out.
Okay. So I'm on StreamYard and it's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's showing for me.
Well, maybe I didn't get to it yet.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I clearly won't show it. Jiggly thinks DraftKings is a concern and VBIV is a concern.
Yeah.
Everything I put my money in is a concern.
It's a going concern.
Yeah. Marco, welcoming Jiggly.
Yeah, indeed. Wow.
Jiggly, you're such a popular fellow. Long Beach, California, or Long Beach, Long Island, New York?
Finally get some movement from all the Asian goods that are...
Containers are finally moving out, creating traffic jams on the freeways. Wow. It's always a traffic jam. Isn't LA one big traffic jam?
The parkways are free. The freeways are parked.
DMTK, good news the day before earnings. Does that mean bad earnings tonight? What a cynic. What a cynic.
And what Dermatech?
Yeah, well, I mean, he thinks that
Is that one on your list, Dr. J, for today?
it's not on my list, but we could certainly do it.
Yeah, no, I have your list right here. I'll actually write it down so I can keep track.
Linda wants to know where Jiggly's been. Linda, you didn't bail him out, did you? Patrick, to Dan, thank you for the heads up when CKPT was trading at $3. Should I sell it for $15? I would send you 100 Shiba
Indeed. I
Inus
missed that boat.
of appreciation for your generosity. 100 Shiba would be about one millionth of a penny or something. That thing is a fraction of a penny, right?
That's the one. That's the one that you were looking at, right?
I talked about it. I never looked at it really. I know people made a lot of money on it.
That's good.
He had a small vacation, and winterizing around here in Buffalo, New York. Winters are harsh.
Hey,
they're even more harsh when Josh, your quarterback, what's his name? Josh, I forgot his name. Right?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen gets creamed like the way he did.
That was an embarrassment. I'm surprised you're even showing your face, Jay.
9-6, my goodness. And Jacksonville of all places to beat the crap out of them.
Well,
you need a little more.
Any given Sunday, you know what they say.
They need a little more protection for their quarterback, you know.
Maybe they're mad at him, like the Panthers used to be for Cam Newton.
Tennessee
did a pretty horrible job protecting that guy.
Tennessee creamed Josh Allen when they played, but Tennessee is better than I thought.
Yeah, much to my chagrin.
What a swarming defense they have. Tennessee Titans. Autry looks like the next coming of LT.
Okay.
Yeah, Linda's been worried about you. It's not. You should at least contact Linda. Get Linda's email.
Not a call.
You're not on Stock Twits. We don't know how to contact you. I was even concerned. You had everyone worried. Got everybody worried. That's not nice.
Man, I have so little green to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, DraftKings should be flying high, but they're not.
No. Let's see. The only thing that's doing well today is my gold. And that's not even all that much.
I haven't looked very carefully. I see that I'm down on more than half my holdings. Quick glance. Even Tesla's down today and down big.
Well, yeah, I mean, 7% from $1,000 ends up being real money, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm here, Jiggly. If that's what you're talking about.
Oh no, that was early. That was while we were still offline. You're actually reviewing the old news.
Ah.
So Linda's actually talking about XXII, the fake cigarette company.
Ah.
That she actually took a nice swing. She said, we haven't looked at that in a very long time.
Now the show has officially begun. MA is arrived with his show. Greetings of Shalom.
Indeed.
Shalom, MA. Shalom. Oh man, I see what you mean about the webcam advertisers. Is this?
Oh, you finally ran into them.
What I can do about that? I think I can block it.
You can block that particular user.
Block.
Usually they're more subtle and they're about like stocks that somebody's trying to push.
I'm blocking that user.
Okay, there we go. That'll help.
But I don't know how to get.
They were in and out. Like you said, maybe a StreamYard.
And somebody.
Yeah, no, you did mention it, Linda. We just didn't do anything.
One person gives us a thumbs down for every show. and MA wants to know who that person is.
Well, we didn't get it thumbs
Should
up
I
that time.
admit it? Should I admit it that
Did
I'm
you?
the one that's doing it?
What is this? Three billboards in Billings,
I think
Montana?
if I put one thumbs down, I'll get 20 thumbs up to counter it. So should I quit doing it? By the way, we get a lot of thumbs up. You know,
You're trying to garner sympathy.
we only had about 450 people view this Friday show. We had 25 thumbs up. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Percentage-wise, we do well on thumbs up.
So that means we got a good Q rating.
Yeah. Jiggly is in love with Linda.
Well, blame him.
No, Linda's great.
Mm-hmm.
We all love Linda. We all love Jiggly. All right, so VFF is sitting above VBIV, so you can overlook the. Where is Arjun? Yeah, I don't know. He said he'd be here today. That's
Really?
a good question. I guess he got tied up.
Yeah, these things happen.
Yeah. Zeisman welcoming everybody with a big shalom. Are we live from Jerusalem today or
Next year?
Next year in Jerusalem? That's how I tell you. All right.
Well, see if I can't.
Jiggly said, right click on me, make me moderator, or anybody, I'll get rid of it. He knows how to get rid of the
Well, the funny thing is, you block them, but it still shows,
it, so in the
shows up gray.
But in the future, he won't be able to do it, right?
I have no idea. I don't know how this thing works.
I did.
I'm not technologically savvy. I
already blocked him. KT. Yeah, everyone's telling me how to block the guy. I did. I blocked him. Now all my comments, the whole screen went crazy on me. Oh, I see. I got these error messages. HTML. I'm going to get into share screen. Or should I slide down and see what other words of wisdom people might have to say? Gregor Marco wants the MTK. Diego is saying, hey, from Danville, PA. Do you know where that is? Danville, PA?
Mm-mm.
I'm not sure where that is, what part of the state. Gregor Marco, BCRX on day up, 1 day down, 1 day up, 1 day down. Okay. Yeah. Jiggly is tempted to take some profits on Checkpoint.
Yeah, I took on ChargePoint. I took.
Is he still able to post? Apparently.
Yeah, apparently so. You want to let Jig be the moderator to see if he can fix that?
I got block user. Block user. I see. I did it again. Block user. All right, so that should eliminate him.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to share screen. And maybe we can chart Nvidia. Nvidia is just unbelievable stock, as well as AMD. Both had a tremendous run. And Nvidia, I know, is big on self-driving technology. They have the sensors, and they're putting it. They're building the infrastructure for self-driving. So that car
Don't forget to get rid of Jiggy's comment when you start charting.
All right, car dealers can pick and choose whatever they want.
This is for
All
Nvidia.
right. All right. So maybe that's one of the reasons Nvidia has been so hot, because they're the future. It looks like of self-driving, autonomous vehicles.
Yeah, I noticed V lidar was going up a little bit. So now I'm only losing a lot instead of a lot.
Ah.
So
Well,
eventually,
it's not exactly a good day according to the averages. S&P down 0.5%, Dow down 0.5%, Nasdaq down 0.6%, and the Russell down the most, 0.75%. I think the Russell will be the one that takes us to the heights that Professor Omar is talking about. The
yeah,
melt melt up 10% more by the end of the year. Would that be great? That would
sure.
be great.
I'll take it.
That would really be great. And
So
I
then let's
think
treat today as an opportunity to get in.
the Russell will lead the way. Look at Amazon today. If you think it's every stock is going down, you're wrong. Amazon 35.87 up $98 on the day. Wow. We should take a look at that one too, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
Okay.
to look at first.
Well,
Why
look
don't
at
we
the
do
others.
one thing we could do is just go in order according to the way I tweeted it, and then fit in a few extra.
All right, let's do it that way then. The first one you had was DNA.
All right, let's take a look at DNA. That's a fairly new IPO, about a month, and they have a very bright future from what I understand. Analysts really like this one. So let's take a look at it. There it is. Up another. I think we're at the highs of the year now, very close to it. Up on a down day, we like that. I first mentioned this one when it was about 12. DNA, Ginkgo Bioworks Holdings. The last company to have the symbol DNA, wasn't that Genentech before they got bought out?
Yes.
It's a very good symbol, DNA. I like the symbol alone. All-time high. Do we buy? Why not? It looks like potentially a really good one. So I'm not saying you go in heavily here, but it's at a high. I would buy a little more on a pullback if it pulls back, and average in, because this looks like a really good one. Off of this green candle, my rule of thumb would be midway back would be a great place to buy. So let's take a look at what midway back, midway down the body of that big green candle is. Roughly 13 and change, 1350, let's say. So buy the dips is in general on this one. And this is a very, very important dip. This dip down to 1220 is, I think, very good support. So this is a very nice chart. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's going up, pulls back, goes up some more, makes new highs, and probably will pull back at some point, and then continue on up. It looks like it's one of the good IPOs to own in biotechnology. So DNA is definitely a must buy in my book. What's the next one?
The next one is PaySafe.
PaySafe has been a disappointment. Every time I
Indeed.
talk about PaySafe, I think of Cabinet Guy. I hope he's okay.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen him in a
From
while.
the Green Mountain State. Cabinet Guy, you ought to tweet me. Let me know that you're okay. which I'm sure you are, or at least I hope you are. He had a little trouble with an accident, but I think he's okay. PaySafe has been in a very narrow trading range for a while now, but this is the key high back here on 9.7. That high of about let's take a look, 936. That's a key level. We're considerably below that. I hope this thing turns around for
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, and I've been in this for a pretty long time too.
Yeah, this is where we have strong resistance right at this level, and I think if it makes a run, it should find it a little bit tough sledding to get over the hump on that number that I put in. There's another point of resistance before we.
That's the one that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that would be 846 is another area of resistance. I tell you, all of these companies, PayPal is not doing that great.
Right. Of course, that happened right after Jim Cramer recommended it. It went right to the.
Well, didn't PayPal have to strike up a deal with Amazon? It still went down because of
Yeah,
revenue.
things were looking good, and he about 2 days ago he said he and his club were recommending it, and then the next day it went down like 6%.
Well, I think you can now pay for Amazon through Venmo for Amazon.
Well, that's the thing. They own Venmo, and
That's what I'm
Venmo is
saying.
extremely popular. That's what they say. Buy what you own. Buy what you know. And so I use it a
I
lot.
would think PayPal should be a good buy, but the guidance was not what the analysts wanted to hear,
I
and
guess.
stock got punished. The revenues missed. I don't know if the revenues missed, but earnings might have missed. Bottom line, I'm not sure. But
I mean, I could have imagined that a lot of stuff migrated over to Venmo, but that's like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul because they own Venmo.
The good news, cabinet guy, is that the bottom is in at 690 on this one. I don't see it going below that.
Okay, good.
So that's the good news. There is no other good news on this one, as it continues to find it to be tough sledding since it went public. It's been basically, let's narrow this chart so we could get a better picture. It's been on a decline. First, it made a big move up from the 986 level where it IPO'd. It moved all the way up to not that big, but it doubled to like $18, $19. And we've been on a downtrend ever since. I think, though, that, like I said, the good news is $7 is the bottom, right about here. 690, whatever it is. I think we found the bottom, and I think we have some support a little bit higher than that, right in this area. So right at the lows here, I think about 735 is support. So it's not a bad place to go in. If you want to swing it to 830, you look to pick it up at 7.25, swing it to 8.25, and you have a stop loss at 690. So you could easily play this for a swing, if nothing else. What else is on the list?
The next one is XERS. We had a couple of people talking about that.
Yeah, I was asked to chart this. So that's
Yeah, I was
why
asked if I was still in. I'm sort of just. I got like a slight taste in it
there
because they
was
had
a
good news.
there was a merger that was completed that was thought to make the company worth a lot more than $2.
Right. There was
So
some good news that they really went down on the good news. It was like a PDUFA.
yeah, we'll continue to go down, similar to PaySafe. It's had a
Right.
tremendous high down. I mean, we went as high as $8, and before we bottomed just recently in this
Yeah.
vicinity.
No, you called the sell at that other peak, that smaller peak,
Yeah, I was not happy with the chart, and
I didn't listen to you, so that'll teach me.
well, I'm not always right. $1.83 was the bottom, and we have a double bottom there. So it looks like it's fairly safe to buy now.
Yeah, I would think so.
If it goes for $1.80, you're out. What have you got to lose at this point? Very
At this
little.
point, right? Exactly.
And even for a swing, it looks pretty good. You could swing it to the 275 area. I like this for a swing. You're looking for 270, and you get out at $1.70. I like it for a swing. It looks pretty damn good. I might just swing this one.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to feel this is not one you invest in for the long term, even though they have a good product. If I
I'm
remember
not
correct.
saying that. I'm just looking at it from the chart, and sometimes you got to take what they give you.
Yeah,
You know
understood.
what I mean? I learned that from gambling on various things like football and baseball and horse racing. Sometimes you take what they give you. If they're only giving you 4 to 5, but it looks like a easy 4 to 5, take it.
Gotcha.
Hey Jiggy, I've been on a big roll. The Breeders' Cup Day was quite a win for me. I was very, very hot.
Good for you.
I had about 5 winners on the day, and I hit a pick 4. I did tremendous on
Nice.
Breeders' Cup, yeah. And
Very good.
I must say I studied the form. I wasn't lazy.
You're doing some real handicapping. Good.
I did some real handicapping, and it pays off sometimes. All right.
Your next one is AEMD, which some people have been talking about because earnings are coming.
Oh, that's this one. I pointed out the last time I didn't like the Wednesday sell-off in the last hour.
Right.
From when it sold off from 360 to 340, I think it was in the last hour on Wednesday. Let me see if I can blow this up and show you what I mean. I talked about this on Friday, I believe, that I was not happy. I didn't sell, but I'm of the opinion that we're not going to get the kind of news I was looking for at tomorrow's earnings report. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get. I'm hoping it's not a disaster. I'm not talking about the earnings. I'm talking about the news on the COVID feasibility study. That's what worries me. If they decide to stop that trial, stock is going to be sliced in half. So it worries me. So you don't know. I mean, this is to me a big mystery. It's either, like I said, either going to 30 or 0. I'm hoping it's 30, not 0, because I've got a lot of money riding on this one already. It's heavy spec on this one. And I'm thinking I may have made a mistake. Maybe not. Hard to say for sure. I'm in it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not as wildly gaga about it as I was, let's say, a couple of weeks ago.
Sorry, Dr. G, I'm not hearing you because my speaker's out.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it working again.
But let me just
So you
say
just have to give me a sec, if you don't
that
mind.
we had this consolidation type pattern, and now it looks like we're going lower. That's not good. I mean, it's very bad. So you gotta think that we could be in for a further drop on this one. If we're in for a further drop, I think some kind of news will trigger it, and it could go quite a bit down from here, off of this break of the solid support that it's shown at 3.25. So we're down around the $3 level. Let's look at the weekly on this one. All right, let's look at the weekly. Well, the weekly shows that $1.75 area as being strong support. And if there's any kind of bad news, we're going to go there immediately. We're going to visit $1.75 tomorrow. So I'm worried about tomorrow because of the sell-off that began on Wednesday. And let's go back to the daily again. I mean, the concept is phenomenal. They've had a few remarkable successes, but they haven't had a decent sized trial ever on using the hemopurifier for infectious diseases. So this is really the first real trial, and it's open label up to 40 people and have to enroll. Only 2 so far have been reported on. Maybe more will be reported on tomorrow, and maybe it's very unspectacular. That's what I'm thinking, because news has a way of leaking, doesn't it?
I would think.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but the chart has got me shuddering a little bit at this point.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I mean, probably I should sell half of it. I'm thinking out loud, but I'm not going to. I'm going to risk it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already down. I'm already down enough that it's not worth even playing. I'll just wait for it to come back or not.
It's only money.
Hmm.
The potential for it is so vast that $30, if it's any good at all, $30 is like the first stop on the A train. And
On the helium balloon express.
It's going to go all the way to Harlem to 125th Street. Don't you take the A train? The A train to Harlem, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you take the A train. Okay, so
the next one you have,
yeah,
if you're moving on, is PTRA.
PT. This is a Doug Finelli special.
Doug Finelli.
Doug Finelli. Dan Finelli. Doug Finelli. I forget. Doug. I know it's Finelli. He wrote a comment, a couple of comments in our comment section as opposed to live chat. And the first one he gave us was a pretty good one. recently. Don't remember, but they wrote this one on the latest one that he commented on is Ptra, which is what is it again? It's is it charging stations? I forget. It's something with electric vehicles.
Uh-huh.
I think. Not quickly, I forget. But the chart looked very good when it broke this high on 8/10/21. So it took out that high of 1258, and we're trading back down now on a big red candle. Is it a time to go in? Maybe so, because they don't go up forever. So you get a little pullback, and maybe it's just time to buy the dips on this one. The chart's been very good, and like I say, stocks go up and stocks go down. The idea is buy them when they're down and sell them when they're up. So it's down. Maybe the time is right. Maybe to buy a little bit here. It doesn't look like a terrible place to buy. A 9-day looks like it's about to cross 100. And the 50 was already crossed over here as we had to run up. So now with the 9 days continuing to move up. Of course, if we get another couple of red candles, that'll reverse, because the 9 days more sensitive to short-term movements than is the 100, of course. But nevertheless, it looks like an interesting location right now to buy a little PTRA. What's next?
Pfizer.
Pfizer. PFP. Pfizer had a nice run, I guess largely because of the antiviral, the pill.
Right. So between it getting approval for kids, because
Yeah,
Moderna didn't get approval for kids yet,
no,
and between that and the pill that they're putting out, which they're giving higher percentages than the Merck pill for whatever
right,
reason.
right.
So
Well,
people are jumping on that.
90% effective, which is even better than the antibodies, better than the Regeneron.
Right.
The Regeneron, you have to go in for the IV, right?
The problem with monoclonal antibodies is you have to take them intravenously.
Yeah,
I'm just like it's I was thinking that the Merck one would be the thing, because Merck wasn't really showing itself in the whole market, and I thought this was going to be a dark horse for Merck, and then Pfizer stole all their thunder.
yeah. Well, I mean, 90%. That's like I said, better than the intravenous MABs. And
Right. With those kind of numbers, all the anti-vaxxers will jump on
let
that.
me ask,
But, I mean, this is the silliness about it. I mean, so why would you jump on a pill that you never heard of?
let me ask you this: now that we have a pill that's that effective, won't this hurt the vaccine makers? And Pfizer is
It certainly will. This is why there's a lot of pushback about mandating the vaccine now that presumably. Now we don't know that if you take the pill that you won't be catchy, because you could still be catchy even though you're taking care of yourself.
Right.
And so from a public health perspective, there's still a reason for people to put mandates that involve the vaccine. But with respect to personal choices, this lays out one more option.
Yes, and even as a prophylactic, right? It's like Tamiflu is
Like
given.
Tamiflu.
Yeah, it's a prophylactic. If a husband and wife are obviously close, and assuming they both share a bed together or something,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as one gets the flu, the other one takes the Tamiflu along with them.
Right.
That's how it's been prescribed, so that they don't get it. And it's been very effective that way. And I would think the Pfizer pill will work that way too. So
Right. I mean, they hadn't really talked about, like, for instance, where in the cycle it's most effective. For instance, if you take it prophylactically before you show any evidence, any symptoms, that might be one thing. Whereas, if you do it during the first set of symptoms, that might be another thing. And if you have a full blown sickness and then you take it, who even knows?
no, they did say in the
There
first.
is, as far as saying we don't have answers about the vaccine, we don't have answers about this pill either.
Well, they did say the earlier the better. The first 3 days, most effective.
That's what they said about the antivirus, the monoclonal antibodies, certainly.
And also Tamiflu. It's got to be taken very early.
Right, but do you take it before you even know you have it?
And then if you let too much time go by, I guess the viral load becomes so great that these pills can't handle it. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it. Then you're in trouble. Then you're looking at Athlon Medical, a hemopurifier to remove the viruses. I mean, there are other pills that are being worked on that might be just as good as Pfizer or even better than Pfizer.
Right. Well, the question is if VBIV, one of the smaller companies, going to suffer as a result of all this?
I would think all the vaccine makers are going to.
And Novavax.
To me, it takes the urgency out of getting that vaccine a little bit. Takes the fear of getting the disease away, because 90% chance it's going to work. It won't put you in the hospital.
Again, we have to look deep into what that even means. Does it mean that they're prevented from hospitalization, or does it mean they're prevented from the worst of the symptoms? Or does it mean they're just prevented from death?
Well, that's pretty good too.
I mean, no, I get that, but I mean, it'd be worth looking into. Maybe I should do a little bit of that. Take a look for next show.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that explains the run-up. What explains the sell-off today? I got the answer. Stocks go up and stocks go down.
There you go.
It's the same answer. So if you like fundamentals, if you think the Pfizer pill is going to be a blockbuster, then buy it. It's not too late. The thing is, will it be a blockbuster? Is Tamiflu a blockbuster? I don't even know. I guess
it was for a while, but
I guess it sells well. For
a while, everybody was dying to have. Well, not dying to have.
If Gottlieb is right, who sits on the board of Pfizer, then by the end of January, the pandemic in the U.S. will be over. It will become endemic. And basically the need for vaccines and probably will diminish. And the need for this pill will diminish as the numbers greatly decrease. If you're looking at under a 1% positivity rate throughout the country, I would say that's endemic. All right. What's next?
Well, the next ones you have Novavax, Moderna, VBIV, and CTIC. So since we're getting close to the 45-minute mark, I thought you might want to be a little bit more, liberal about taking other people's.
Okay, let's just do CTIC and then.
That's what I was thinking.
Take requests. CTIC should make a little PDUFA run before the end of this month. That's why I'm looking at it. And yet it's down a nickel today.
I know.
And it did look like it wanted to make a run back here on Friday, and it sold off as it crossed the 50. So no run yet. That's what the story is. I do think we will make a run though, at least above $3 before PDUFA, which is meaningful here. You could see, I'm calling it a 10% move before PDUFA. I think that should easily happen. And again, take what they give you. You know what I mean? That's my new philosophy. Take what they give you. So if
Right.
they give you an easy 10%, why not take it? And I think that's what this offers right here, CTIC. For again, for those readers, for those viewers who are new to the show, the fundamentals here that we're talking about is a cure, not a cure, but a drug for MF, myelofibrosis. And there's not much on the market for MF, and this one has shown real good promise in phase 2, and they have priority review, and it's looking. I think it looks pretty favorable for an approval. All right. What are people asking for?
DraftKings, Dermatech,
DMTK.
and Checkpoint.
Okay. DMTK 2781 down a lot. So 5% is a hefty sell-off. Earnings tomorrow, Ghibli says. I don't expect much help from earnings. I mean, I think the problem is it's slow to catch on. Talking about the smart patch, whatever you want to call it, the pigmented lesion assay, or whatever the acronym is. The product that they sell that they put on the boo-boo and they test it for melanoma. It's very accurate, yet it's not catching on so quick. And again, my thinking is skin doctors would rather make the money for surgically removing it in their office than testing it the old-fashioned way. So that's my thinking. It's gonna have to come from commercials like colorectal, like the Cologuard does, advertise like crazy, because even there, how much does a gastro want to push Cologuard when they make tons of money on colonoscopies?
Exactly.
So it's the same idea. I think they have to educate the patients. Anybody who has a boo-boo should know about this product, and when they go to the skin doctor, ask for it, as opposed to being subjected to surgical procedure. And they could the patient can even do this, without visiting the skin doctor for a virtual visit, as if necessary. I mean, some patients have a tough time getting to the skin doctor. So a virtual visit, going to analyze it, put the patch on, send it into the lab, the doctor gets the result, and determines whether or not you need surgery on it. So I think the product is good, but it's just going to be slow. So my guess is yes, Jiggly. I don't think earnings will be strong. All right, so is that wrap up for today?
We just have AQST. Somebody's asking for, and then we can stop it there.
All right, AQST. AQST. It's had a beautiful
It looked like it had its run.
It has had a beautiful run. It's BioDrec is terrible today, so that's why everything we're looking at is red. No big deal that it's red. It's red because the same reason I gave for the other red candles. Stocks go up and stocks go down.
Happens.
The general trend on this is very strong. So I don't know what the drug is, but buy the dip on this one. Looks good. So that's it for today. And
Okay.
I didn't talk about IWM, which I think I'm going to add to my IWM.
I do,
I
yeah, right.
think the highly of that index. So that's it for today. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you all our loyal viewers, whether you're live with
Yep.
us or catch us on replay on YouTube. We appreciate you. We appreciate very much all of the loyal viewers that we have that come to the chat. Andrew is late. Andrew, you got a late mark. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to be late. All right, so that's it for Tuesday's edition of Talking Stocks. We'll see you Friday. We'll try to see you at about 15 on Friday.
Sounds good.
Sound good? All right, until then, have a great trading week. Bye, Jiggly. Stay well. Bye, Linda. Bye, Dan. Bye, Sean. Bye, KT. Bye, Diego. Bye, Mark. Bye, Zeisman. Bye, Andrew. Bye, Patrick. Bye, Linda. Bye, whoever I missed. Bye, MA. Bye-bye. Shalom.